With the economic downturn, a lot of manufacturer teams have pulled out of all forms of motorsport, including Mitsubishi from cross-country rallying after the 2009 Dakar. Luckily, some of these cars have been bought by the JMB Stradale team. And then you have teams like X-Ray BMW, who decided at their launch that they were going to work both for works drivers and for customer drivers. So how does it work? For our clients who don't want to run their cars, they can buy a car and also an assistance service, so they need us for these kind of long races, where we have an all-inclusive assistance for Eric Van Loon. We do just sell spare parts to customers who have their own team, but other customers, like Miguel Barbosa, they prefer to rent. They don't have the structure to manage the whole program for themselves. Eric Van Loon has chosen to buy his own car because he has a whole team behind him for cross-country races in the Netherlands. So he can manage the car on home events, which is smarter financially. For me, it's a bit different because I don't have any structure. So with the rental system, I have the advantage of a professional team. The cost for a rally like this is between 150 to 200,000 euros, depends on the type of car and the amount of service needed for the client. In this race, for example, the full package, both drivers, 170 to 190,000 euros. Each pilot can make modifications on his car to fit his driving style. The basic car is already very strong and has a great performance because they came from the official Mitsubishi Motorsport team. We just make some small adjustments. So if I want to rent a Mitsubishi from JMB Stradale, how much should I expect to pay? Well, Barbosa costs 500,000 to 600,000 euros according to the options you've chosen and the age of the car. 600,000 for the car with full options. The car of Eric Van Loon, 100,000 to 150,000, but more with a different engine. So for the BMW X-Ray team, customer cars were planned from the beginning. They just felt that manufacturer customers meant more of their cars competing, and more chance of winning events than just having their own works drivers.
When we started X-Ray in 2002, to have customer business and team business at the same time, because it's quite important to have like a dual direction, to say like, okay, we have on one side the team driver, on the other side the customer drivers. The difference is obviously in the way of driving. Team drivers always drive more aggressive, more on the limit, more on the risk. The customer driver drives in general really good. He likes it, he likes what he likes to do. The funny thing is, actually, we had many events already where the customer driver was driving better than the team driver, and we are really happy about this because we push it forward, because for us there's no priority if it's a team driver or customer driver. It's completely, for us it doesn't matter. For us it's just important that one of our cars is in lead.
So cross-country races are always difficult. Sometimes a manager issues team orders for his works drivers to ensure a good result and no fighting. Is it possible to give team orders to drivers who've paid to race? Although they're clients, we can still apply a team strategy so we achieve the best ranking possible for at least one of our cars according to the performance. We can still apply a strategy even though they pay to race, but of course we have to have a discussion with the client. We can't force a decision. It's different when we could impose a strategy to our official drivers, but generally we give some advice. The clients trust us because they know we have a long experience in these kind of races and in cross-country rally. So a useful turnover is generated for the teams, chance of strong results outside of their works drivers, and with non-works top drivers being able to hire work specification cars, the customer teams are doing a great job at keeping entry levels up in the absence of the manufacturer squads. So on to the highlights for special stage 3 for the cars. A tricky day for some, with difficult navigation. There were a few who were lost out there. Which way to go? So it was a worse day for Miguel Barbosa, running his car with an underpowered Group N engine. And while he managed 4th on day 1, 20 kilometres in today, he stopped. 20 kilometres in, we lost a cylinder on the engine, something broke, we only had 3 cylinders, a lot of smoke. We stopped and all the engine oil had emptied out. It's not possible to continue on this leg, so we tried to change the engine for tomorrow, stay in the race, but we have a 16-hour Super Rally penalty. So it's a shame for the race and the Portuguese Championship, but that's life. And I know the team will work hard all night to fix the car, and we will race again. Another driver to suffer. Francisco Gil in the Nissan Navara D40 started the day 20th, 25 minutes behind, and had a very bad day, as you can see. We've ended up on our roof. There's a fork in the road. We saw it too late. I reacted and the car rolled over. I tried to counter steer, but we ended up in the ditch and upside down. So I'm waiting for another competitor to help me onto my wheels, hoping they will stop. Well, luckily for Gil, somebody did come to his rescue in the end. Not one of the competitors, but a local farmer. Car was back on his wheels, picking up a few interior pieces. A few interested locals wondering what's going on. Everything's running okay, only a bit of minor cosmetic damage. And they live to fight another day. Eric Vigaro in the Chevrolet Silverado pickup trophy truck wasn't suited to the stages yesterday, and even worse today. The road wasn't wide enough for the huge trucking parts, and unable to use the power, the speed, or the huge suspension travel to his advantage. He wasn't a happy bunny, but he's looking forward to the desert stages in Morocco. And Bernardo Moniz de Maia, Portuguese driver who lives in the north, not so familiar with the stage, worked the car very hard and was very tired. Lost out in a good battle to Van Loon, 6th on the day, 5th overall, 24 minutes down overall. So we've got more action coming up for you next from the top drivers over the 2 stages from today. And join us in a few minutes for more interesting action on Eurosport.
24, the countdown to Le Mans. Smell the petrol, hear the engines, feel the electricity. For 24 minutes, every day of the week, in the build-up to the most famous motor race in the world. Le Mans 24 minutes, every night at 19:30, live on Eurosport.
Soul leads you to true sportsmanship. Kia, official FIFA partner.
Full motorsport coverage, including every move in F1 of the World Touring Car Championship as it happens, with interviews, breaking news and results, all at eurosport.yahoo.com.
Welcome back to our highlights from day 2, leg 2 of the Estoril Portimão Marraquexe rally. And we're going to have a look at the top 3 from special stage 3 in the cars. Eric van Loon very surprised again to be 5th on this stage, running with Helder Oliveira, and made the same mistakes as him, getting lost with the navigation. He only really has experience of the desert roads and enjoyed the twisty route, but still felt the Mitsubishi was a bit too large for the road. Found a huge chunk out of his front left tyre at the end of the stage.
I don't think it was fast, some points, but mostly it was very twisty, hill up, hill down, very dangerous points in it. The road book was not perfect in my opinion, so very critical, dangerous situations that were not in the road book, at least with the speed we are going. So still I think we are going fast, but we had some trouble today. So.
Ricardo Leal dos Santos in the BMW X5, the older, heavier car. Problems with the brakes on day 1, lost time, had a similar problem today. A stone damaged his right rear brake and he had to snip the brake line to be able to continue. Only had half braking power for the rest of the stage and had to work the car very hard to slow it down. Worn out tyres and really looking forward to a problem-free day. Leonid Novitsky felt it was a dangerous stage with many big drops echoing the feelings of others. Cautious not to make a mistake, looking forward to pushing in the desert, and he was very kind on his tyres, meaning he didn't need to change them unlike the other BMWs. He spent 80 kilometres in the dust of another competitor and just couldn't get past on the narrow roads.
We have only one problem today, it was to overtake. Then the Sentinel, you know, I don't know how good it works, but normally in every rally works good. But here the people not very easy to overtake, and so we do the race, then the race is long, we don't make big mistake or no mistake, and now we try to finish the last stage, and then I hope we have a nice day.
Helder Oliveira, the Portuguese driver in the Nissan Pathfinder, not had a run in the car for 6 months, was happy with his pace but struggling with his budget. Running on used tyres, really struggling with oversteer towards the end of the stage. Enjoyed running on the road with Van Loon, but frustrated that he made so many mistakes with navigation. Not too worried about the pace while he settles into the rally. Felipe Campos, again pushed very hard, knows what to expect with these twisty roads, got into a good rhythm and took 6 minutes out of the field. He's looking for a 15-minute gap heading to the desert stages. He's no experience in Morocco, plenty of experience in Portugal, and just trying to make himself a decent gap. As he said, the gaps in Morocco will be hours, not minutes.
Bem, hoje foi dia difícil, foi dia comprido. É piso típico de Monchique, que desfaz os pneus todos. Chegamos aqui com os pneus completamente carecas, também os travões também sofrem bastante. De qualquer maneira conseguimos ganhar a etapa, muito satisfeitos.
Stage was typical of this area. It was difficult on the tyres, were worn out. We've been able to win the stage. We are satisfied. So overall positions for stage 3, Campos, Oliveira, Novitsky, Leal dos Santos and Van Loon. You can see the gaps really opening up there. So Felipe Campos on special stage 4, mentioned already, mainly run for Live TV in Portugal, held in an arena similar to the World Rally Championship and known to Dakar competitors too. Campos was fastest and stole a further 2 seconds in the short stage from Van Loon. Van Loon continues to surprise himself with good pace, whilst the rest of the team focus on repairing Barbosa's car and changing the engine. Van Loon feeling very confident. Leonid Novitsky, a solid drive for the Russian today after yesterday's problems. His tyres lost grip in the stage, he lost some time. He prefers the open landscapes and is very much looking forward to the wide expanses of Africa, saying the WRC stages are just not his style. Special stage 4 then, Campos taking in 13 minutes 13, Van der Loon just 2 seconds behind, Novitsky 34, Oliveira 35. And overall, Campos increasing his lead to 12 minutes 12 with Oliveira, Van Loon, Novitsky and Leal dos Santos. These gaps still very short in terms of the African stages. Cyril Desprez running through the stage for us tomorrow. Tomorrow, leg 3, south of Portugal, close to Tavira. Special, more technical than before, probably quite dry. Many corners along the hillside. So drivers and riders must be careful to stay on track, and then heading to the Spain for the ferry to Africa. The special short at 104 kilometers, it will be very tactical, because this will determine the starting order for Morocco. No one wants to start first, so it will be an interesting day. An interesting day it will be. We hope you'll join us. My name's Andrew Coley. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you tomorrow.